Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome to part 8 of Donkey Kong Country 2 Unveiled, where last time we spent a very long time looking for a DK coin in the bog, but with those first two levels out of the way, we have Koldhead Klamber coming up now, which is actually, I think, similar in name to the original level. So we'll see if it is still a bog level. I believe that the Lost Levels ROM hack actually changed this into a fire level, which is kind of interesting. Well, I already see a secret down there. And I'm listening to the music, and it's actually the Haunted Grove music, which is very interesting. Although so far we have not had any actual, bog boogie. And okay, I was not actually expecting the whole screen to scroll down like that. I'm not sure what that accomplished, and that was actually the DK coin. Okay. So maybe, like, for the entire level, it doesn't scroll down like that, just that one specific spot. That was very strange, and another good life-grinding spot. But yeah, I'm very disappointed that we have not yet heard the bog music, considering it's actually some of my favorite music in Donkey Kong Country 2. So, if they're not actually using it in the bog levels, I'm very curious where it might pop up at some point. But here we go, we already have the DK going in this level. It took us about, 0.1% of the amount of time it took us to find it in the other one. I'm just trying to time this because I don't really see what else I could do to do that other than just wait. Not waiting there seems to be the trick, and taking a hit there, it worked, so I'm not going to complain. Okay, so this level normally has how many bonus games? That's a good question. 2, maybe? I'd say probably at least 2. I just did the randomizer, so I should know. This one might have even had another one, but regardless, we'll keep our eyes peeled for bonus games. It's just it's crazy to see that DK coin symbol beside the level name already. Yeah, that's just so easy. Who doesn't press left, when you start a level, right? I feel like anyone who's been playing games for long enough, no matter what game you're playing, the second that you start a level, you'll always look behind the start to see if there's anything hidden there. It's just natural gamer instinct. For anyone who likes to go for 100%, I can never understand people who don't 100% their games. Maybe it's not your thing, and that's totally fine, but like, instead of always looking forward to something new to come out, I just really enjoy having games that, I haven't done everything in yet that I can go back and still enjoy to some degree. Now, ooh, so that was kind of close. Just need to time it better, I suppose, but so far, no real complaints about this level. Seems easy enough. Oh, I did it, but then I think I accidentally pressed the jump button, which ended up with me taking a hit anyway. I'm actually also just noticing now that I didn't do one of the button combinations. I was just so excited to start playing, I forgot about the whole color palette thing. But something weird happened in the last part where when we saved, it actually canceled out the color palette change. So I'm wondering if you can actually change your color palette anytime that you save. So let's jump into this level here. Let's get 2 coins. And let's then jump back up to Wrinkly Kong here. Save our game. And when we leave this menu, let's have the Y button held. I think that Y was one of the buttons you're supposed to be able to hold to change your palette. I'll do it again and hold the R button, just for science sake. Okay, so let's see. I have a couple coins that we can experiment a couple times. So I'm going to hold R this time as we save our game. And the palette does change, so you can go through like all the combinations if you have enough money. Now, actually, I'm thinking it might not have been Y. I think it was actually select, I think. So I'm going to hold select and press start now. And then we'll leave this menu with select still held. And oh, there's a color for you. Wow. It's good old Grayscale Dixie. I'm assuming, Diddy as well. These are the Donkey Kong Land colors we all know and love, except it's funny because the original Game Boy kind of had more of a green, hue to it than black and white, but it was the Game Boy Pocket and such where the black and white really kind of took off. And then, of course, with the Game Boy Color, you could change those 4 basic colors to all sorts of funky things. But alright, we're going through the jungle grayscale style, and that's going to take a little bit of getting used to. I should just make sure I have Diddy in front, and then I won't care if I take a hit. Sorry, Diddy. I always, for some reason, press the jump button after I do land it successfully. I'm just not happy with, you know, how that goes, I guess. But okay, so gotta time that well, jump over this zinger, and now we gotta time some croc head jumps. And it's tough to tell, you know, which are the ones that bounce you upwards and which ones are the ones that sink. They're normally different colors in the original game, but I think that it looks like MTSys has purposely changed them. Like, do you think that's one of those ones that bounces you straight up? That's what the line of bananas is kind of implying, but no, okay, I thought maybe it was a trap of sorts, and see, that one I thought wasn't going to be one that bounced you, and it did, so it totally threw off everything I was trying to do there. Oh, okay, so even though I didn't go over to where the banana was, I still fell, and I'm still stuck in the croc zone, but thankfully it's actually very easy to get out of there. And any other shenanigans going on in this area, I guess we never really explored it. But it does not appear to be the case. And it's like, whoa, someone actually already got the DK coin. That DK coin in the last part, it was just, like, going back and watching the video in editing, it was even harder to see the bananas than it actually ended up being on my, you know, ancient CRT television. So hopefully, you know, people at home, all of you are able to see it, but yeah, definitely a pretty tricky secret last time. So rushing is not the solution there, apparently. Oh, I guess I actually did rush that time. Whoops, Diddy accidentally took a hit. How did that happen, silly Diddy? I didn't mean to do that at all. Definitely wasn't just trying to get a hit, so I didn't have to deal with that crazy timing again. Now this is one of the ones that bounces you, and then you got some weird timing, and then a sinking one. Is it still slippery? I think that's what was happening. I just tapped to the right so that I would face the right, and then Dixie kept walking. I didn't even consider the fact that there's still ice physics. Oh, there are still ice physics. Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't really change anything, but I guess I need to rethink my, you know, my positioning on platforms a little bit. I don't think it affects really when you're on top of the croc heads, but if you're on a normal platform. And wow, okay, we actually got through with all the Kongs here. Like, do you slide on a croc head? I'm gonna see next time I'm on one that doesn't really move. Which I think is like this one. Yeah, the ice physics still do apply. It's kind of just, you know, level wide and not block specific, which is usually how it works in older video games. Like in Super Mario World, you know, if a level is ice, it's like the whole level's ice, not just blocks that look like ice. And that was just clipped through the side there accidentally. Alright, we're getting better at that, and then I go ahead and do something silly like that. But welcome to this channel. You're 8 videos in at this point. You should understand just how, you know, ridiculous I play these good old games. But I think we're getting more used to things, and this is the part so far that's been throwing me for a loop, and just do not get destroyed by the ice physics. Thank you very much. Okay, I think this is new territory, and I guess if we had a partner combo, we could get that coin. There's also the potential that there's something else for being thrown up there, if I throw Diddy up there or such, because coins in this game, it's funny, they go from being like non-existent to being trivial. Like there wasn't a single coin in that first level yesterday, or rather in the last part, and then there were just like 2 free ones at the beginning of the second level. It was very strange. But there you go, we are now at the checkpoint. And so far, no bonus games found, but of course, again, that coin is definitely prime opportunity for checking once we have both partners. I don't know if I could have gone back after I got both of them, you know, once I got the checkpoint. And it's interesting, like, why would I ever go under? Unless there's, like, you know, something invisible there. Gonna have to check all sorts of things. And again, this one, yeah, there just really is no kind of difference in appearance between the two. And that was just silly, but we're gonna do a thing like that, and oh man, Flitters, our old friend, I don't think we've seen you since Searing Showdown, actually. And okay, it's hiding beneath the water, which again, in the last part I mentioned, it seems like MTSys really likes to kind of hide things below that plane that you can't see. We got the G though, so it means we should be approaching the end, but still, you know, kind of curious. We haven't seen any of the bonus games. Whoa! That was pretty tricky, and I'm just gonna have zingers coming at my face, it looks like. Okay, and I'm definitely sensing something kind of behind the end. And what's the strategy? Do you need to, like, land before the target and jump over it? I feel like any attempt to go, like, right over the target's probably gonna end up hitting the target. We're gonna have to do a second run through the level anyway, so maybe it's best to just beat it. And then now I can start select, you know, should any shenanigans ensue. Densetsu No Ape, the legendary ape. Sounds good to me, but first we're gonna do some more Koldhead Klamber and see what we can discover there. Alright, so here's once again where that coin was. And I feel like it should be possible to go back after getting a DK barrel, so checkpoint, very nice. DK barrel, also very nice. And let's go. So what we learned in the last part is that bananas can be recolored to be, you know, obviously different colors. And we're gonna have to keep an eye out for that as we play through the levels, in case there are once again any more kind of cryptic hints to where secrets may be. Now, I am very surprised that didn't lead to anything, and I don't know exactly what happened there. But it could also be a hint for, you know, other things as well. There could be a secret underneath that croc head. All sorts of things are possible, but I'm kind of scared because, I mean, we know where one bonus game is. We can be pretty sure that there's probably one after the ending, so I don't think that's going to be too tough to find. Weird that there hasn't really appeared to be anything in, like, the first half of the level, though. So I'm a little bit worried about that, but I'm not going to despair too much until we've really had a good look at everything, so I'll keep you all up to date. Ugh. I was trying to just, you know, obviously touch this a little bit in front of that target, but it definitely doesn't give you much room to work with, and that unfortunately pushes me all the way back to the beginning of the level where, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the later half. There's a lot of points where you kind of move really quickly because you're either being, you know, threatened by a zinger, or you're, you know, being forced to bounce on flitters. So I feel like it's probably very easy for your eyes to miss something in those moments when you're not really focusing on your surroundings and rather on where the Kongs are. So there's definitely still potential for one more bonus game somewhere in the second half. It's just a matter of finding it. And man, I'm just getting confused. Which ones are which? Ugh. And this is like the worst spot right here with the slippery physics. But we did it. All right. And I will see you when there's any new developments. That was funny. I jumped on that flitter and it made a Dixie sound. Weird. And again, here's that, you know, moment when there's something hidden underneath the bog, which always makes me think that, you know, there's the potential for something else to be down there as well. I'd love to have two partners at this point. Again, you know, I'm just gonna, this is gonna devolve into me just throwing the partner all over the place like it did in the last level. And, you know, hopefully we'll find a secret that way maybe, but I definitely want to figure out what's back there. Who knows, they could both be back there. I'd be really wishful thinking, but anything's possible, I guess. And okay, what does this mean now? I see a head rising and lowering. And I guess I'm just gonna go for it. And okay, I was gonna say, if I need both partners, I don't got them, but thankfully, there is a crockhead to help us. Destroy them all. Is it going to involve clobber shenanigans? Well, there's definitely stuff going on. Oh, wait, I have both partners back. That's very interesting. This is definitely kind of like one of the... Can I just get that? Okay. One of the bonus games in the original level, I believe. But with that, where are we even? This is odd. I think it's just, yeah, it's just earlier in the level. That's a really strange place to push you back to. I'm happy I beat it on my first try, though. Because it meant that we did not have to, you know, do the weird target thing again. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to, again, as I mentioned, do some throwing shenanigans. I doubt there would be two bonus games this close to the end of the level. I just obviously have to investigate all around this arrow because we've learned our lesson back like way in part 1. That arrows are rather important, but it doesn't appear that there's anything right here near the end, so I'm going to start select and search more around the midpoint. Wait! There's only one bonus game in that level? That feels so wrong. That feels absolutely wrong. I guess I won't complain. That is probably the easiest level of this ROM hack so far to get everything in and to beat, so yeah, I'm speechless. It's just, this is like the happiest day ever. But with that said, Densetsu No Ape, Legendary Ape, this is normally a Rattle Battle, favorite level, I think, of many people. So let's see what has happened to it in this ROM hack. Ooh, we get a choice, huh? So I have been told that Squawks in this hack is always red. I think they've been renamed to Squeaks, and they, yeah, they're just always red, but I don't believe they have any, like, you know, further abilities. And wow, this is just, it's just very interesting. Unfortunately, no, like, you know, upbeat rattle battle music. We did hear that way back in, like, the 3rd level, I believe. And so we got, you know, the Jib Jig, I think. Now let's do some destroying. So, wow, that's really fascinating that, you know, I guess there's 2 ways to play, and there's probably going to be secrets at some point. That just seems really wrong. It gives you so much time, and I'm already got the token? I wouldn't be surprised if the DK coin was hidden in there somewhere, but okay, wow. That's 1 bonus game, and I'm pretty confident that we can expect 3 bonus games from this level. So 1 down and 2 to go. And okay, we got the red zingers coming out of the woodwork here. It's a pretty common thing for wasps to, like, make their nests in, you know, wooden structures, dig holes in them and such, so I guess this is pretty accurate to real life. I only play ROM hacks that are 100% accurate to real life. It's a good thing that Empty Sys, was aware of that when they made this, and so far things have been quite good, but okay, so that's an interesting scenario there. I'm not sure how I would have avoided that with Squawks. I guess we'll give it a shot with, Squitter as well. And is there a way to just kind of skip having to do the bonus game? There is! Because there was one in... You can get Rambi like that too. That's funny. Because there's something that we learned earlier on back in World 2. It's that it seems like there's always a way to skip the bonus game. There's like never a forced bonus game. Is this like a whole different area? Okay. Wow, and I see a zinger there. Am I supposed to like race that? I saw the 2 arrows which indicate its charging time. I think I'm supposed to race that zinger to the end, but I've totally botched it at this point. I like the circles that indicate when you're supposed to jump. Unfortunately, I guess I jumped way too early there. But wow, there's a lot going on in this level, and I love it. I just don't know what to make of all of it at this point. There are a lot of things that we still need to find, and which paths we should be taking to find them, I have no idea. But I guess we'll do the whole Rambi thing again and figure out what that zinger is all about. Like, I guess I'll just do this from here. And yeah, where did that zinger go? Or maybe I had to press left there. That was what triggered the zinger to come out. But let's just beat this part anyway. And again, I'm not going to press jump until I see that circle of bananas. And this is good for lots of lives anyway. I definitely saw there was kind of like a structure up there. I could swear I pressed jump when I was supposed to. I feel like I was kind of just led off the edge there. Alright, so yeah, again, there's lots of stuff to discover. But what if you got Squitter, and then I went to the right? Actually, I don't know why I'd get Squitter. I was going to say, you know, so I can use webs and go up there, but no, you cannot go through there, at least as Squawk. So maybe you could have as Squitter, because Squitter walks along the ground. This is all just so very interesting. Wow, okay. Again, nothing hidden like under this platform, right? There's no reason to beat this again, I don't think. So I guess, you know, just take the hit and let's move on. That's so cool though, that there's like multiple paths for this level. And I'm not sure where this takes us in like relation to the other one. Honestly, I'm not such a huge fan of this path. I don't like having to dodge all of these red zingers that you can't even see until like you're right up against them. But okay, let's see what we got. Alright, it's Squitter time. First we're going to check to see if Squitter can go through here. Okay, so Squitter can go to... Oh, but then you lose Squitter. That's interesting all around. So overall, only Rambi can enter this area. So that's the thing. I ran off that edge at the end of this section, but if that zinger was there, perhaps then I would have jumped off of it? Okay. Okay, well... It's the timing that's odd. Like, I could definitely see that being the thing, is that once you jump off that edge, you bounce on the zinger, and then there would have been something past that, but how do you time all of that? So we're once again at the edge, it looks like, and I just have no idea how you can follow that zinger through the level. It just seems like by the time you get kind of a running start, the zinger is just like way off screen. So there's probably some trick to it. I realize that we haven't really checked out Wrinkly Kong in regards to any animal buddy hints. So far, every world she's had kind of a trick for animal buddies that I have never heard of before. So it's very possible that she has one in this world as well. So let's go check that out now. Okay, so some of these brutal stages will only allow a specific Kong, yes. Clapper's Chill. Okay, so I'm not seeing any animal buddy related hints this time, which is funny considering this is like the most animal buddy intensive level so far. But there's definitely still more that we need to figure out in regards to the Rambi section, but I guess we'll just kind of put that aside for now and focus on what looks like it's the proper path by going through this shindig. Now again, I guess I haven't really given Squitter his fair try yet at all this. And I always forget about the zingers inside the ceiling, which, you know, who wouldn't, right? But let's see. So what exactly are they expecting of us here? Like, we can do that. These ones are easy enough to go under. Okay, so basically you just need to stand like perfectly still, because if Squawks is bouncing around at all, you're going to take a hit. But it is possible to get by that, and I could have destroyed that one, but we let it go. Okay. There was, I guess, a zinger in there I couldn't even see. Alright, we'll give Squitter a try this time. It's just, you know, compared to being able to just freely fly, having to deal with all these webs and such is not nearly as much fun. Is the bonus game still the same, though, even as Squitter? I feel like maybe I should try beating it again, just in case there is, you know, a difference. And I guess that's why they give you so much time. Because, well, I guess there goes that plan. But if you were playing as Squitter, it's obviously a lot more time-consuming to, you know, bash them all. And playing as Squitter here is very interesting because it actually makes it easier to, you know, get through certain areas. Like, can I just squeeze under you as Squitter? Yes, I can. And I gotta do awkward things like this, which actually weren't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And now I can very easily fit underneath of zingers, and I can just shoot you. So, yeah, definitely, I don't know, I don't see a zinger in here now. Okay, but maybe I can walk under it. Okay. Okay, so I'm definitely getting the vibe that this is like the secret path that you have to have Squitter for. Should I be jumping around? Okay, it doesn't seem like there's, you know, any really stuff you can't see. And that was for a bonus game. Fascinating. I mean, I probably could have taken a hit and still gotten in here with Squawks, but definitely feels like Squitter is the intended way. And, okay, I guess I'm going down? Okay, now I understand, but I feel like it's going to be too late for us anyway. I spent too long figuring it all out. There's a lot of bonus games where it's like, you know, first time is kind of just for fun, and then once you've got it figured out, that's when you can really go for it. But wow, that is way nicer than I was expecting, being actually put right beside the start of the bonus, so that we can just try as many times as we wish. But I'm guessing that the joke is we're gonna have to like go all the way back up to the top for the token or something like that. It's never that simple. Well, so far I definitely don't see the token. So perhaps what it wants you to do is drop all the way to the bottom, get those stars first, and then work your way up. That sounds a lot more plausible. I mean, we'll get that one anyway. And you can see what I was trying to do there, but it didn't exactly go well. Okay, so now that we've done that, we can do that, and we gotta use webs to work our way back up, but wow. Okay, and I think this is probably like the only one you actually need webs for. The other ones can be accomplished with well-timed jumps, but the problem is timing them well. Easier said than done, I guess. Alright, perfect, good. Get that one. That's a well-timed jump. This one, do a thing like that. And where's the toe? Oh, okay, there it is. Oh no! I would never have expected it to be on the left side. I was expecting it to be on the right for whatever reason. Oh, and I can probably just jump through there when we're done. But okay, so you all saw how it's done. Now it's just a matter of doing it and actually getting the token at the end. But getting that star seems very important because that saves a couple of seconds where you don't have to go all the way to the right again. But yeah, it'd be really neat if it like let you know where the token was going to appear before it even appeared, with like an outline or something like that, saying like, hey, this is where you should be aiming for at the end. There was a couple of bonus games in Donkey Kong Country 3 that take place underwater, and you like collect the stars and such. And then once you get all the stars, it's like, where's the coin appear? And then you run out of time before you actually get them. Yeah, this is kind of like that situation, but in ROM hack form. I can't think of too many times when it was like that in Donkey Kong Country 2. You pretty much always knew it was going to appear on the far right side of the screen, I think. Okay, so do a thing like that, and I guess that works too. Now, we don't even actually have to go back to the right, we can just do a thing like that. And I feel like we're probably just going to barely run out of time. You can do a thing that was actually mentioned to me like way back, I believe, when we played the Lost Levels. And how do you do that? Where like you jump and shoot at the same time? Because you can shoot with X, right? No. Oh yeah, that's right. L and R also shoots. So you could do like a... Yeah. Gotta get my Squitter game down, obviously. Like I said, this is, I think, the first time we've encountered him in this hack. So I'm sure there's all sorts of shenanigans that are going to be required to do with him that might as well practice now. Alright, new strategy this time. Let's not get that one at the bottom right first. Let's instead get this one, no, I feel like, yeah, if I'm doing that, then... I was touching it! I was touching the token! You all saw that! I call shenanigans on that. Get me the phone number for Rare. I have to complain. Okay, I just barely made that. If I can make this jump, alright, I'm feeling really good about this run. And there's no way I'm not getting that. Alright, there we go. And wow, I kind of even went inside the ship there somehow. Very neat. And it looks like if we jump through here now, we don't have to replay all the other stuff. It's very possible we missed something inside of all those shenanigans, but, you know, I'm not going to voluntarily go back and put myself into all that danger, so let's just see where this takes us. We actually already have 2 bonus games. I'm guessing that the DK coin is probably connected to all of those Ramby shenanigans. So that means we have 1 more bonus game to find. And wow, you are just very excited there. So I guess that now if we respawn from the checkpoint, it's like, you know, we have to play as Squitter, no questions asked. Which, honestly, I've been doing pretty well as Squitter, so I'm not even really going to complain. And I'm kind of scared of just kind of, you know, following the bananas. Nothing good usually comes from going the way that the game wants you to. And then, yeah, that happened. I guess we might as well give the other way a shot this time. And there's just, again, that red zinger doing that massive loop. And there is another zinger hiding behind the foreground. Okay, so, took a hit. So it doesn't seem like going down really mattered all that much. Perhaps, you know, down was a little bit easier. Maybe one of the paths is easier as Squitter and one of them's easier as Squawks. Okay, so up obviously has a thing, but this obviously has some purpose, right? Can I go through here? I've seemed to have hit a bit of a dead end. Okay, so I guess I can just walk in this area. Okay, I don't know. It's very strange. Potential secret hiding opportunity there. But in the meantime, I guess we'll just continue with what we can see, which is this barrel. I guess it's a green balloon, and potentially we could have stayed up there. We could also potentially go there. Let's see, can I jump up here? Oh, I thought maybe I'd be able to clip back up, but it seems like it's trickier than that. And what about this area down here? Once again, I guess just it's, you know, the formation of the boat. And I've always mentioned, I mentioned it back, of course, during the Lost Levels Let's Play, that it's not like Super Mario World, where generally taking the tiles in that game and reassembling them into a new level is not all that hard. But in Donkey Kong Country, everything has like a, you know, a very specific way it feels like it goes together. So I cannot imagine that making a new level out of it is easy in any way. So again, anyone who creates Donkey Kong Country ROM hacks, kudos to you for doing an amazing job in making it all look amazing. Now, we have 2 options here. We have Crookshot Cave, and we have Klubba's kiosk. Okay, for a second I thought that was actually like we had a choice of 2 levels, but no, one of them is just Klubba. Good old Klubba, who I'm assuming still doesn't have an option to pay. You don't even want to know what's in there. He doesn't know either. Alright. Last time we fought him, so I guess we'll run away this time. Trim the sails. So, the one secret that we do know about in Densetsu No Ape is the one to the right here with Rami. So I'm definitely gonna kind of check this one out for a while. It's possible that it's like, you know, the DK coin and the bonus game. So before I go scour the entire, you know, first regular area of the level, I guess I'll try and puzzle this one out. I'm just not sure how we can make that zinger appear, and how I can keep it on screen. I mean, it's funny, I actually did kind of manage one time, but then I hit it too early. I don't even really remember how I did that. But clearly there's a puzzle here, and once I solve it, you will be hearing from me. And I guess there is also Cranky and Wrinkly, who may have some help in this regard. But like, I'm pretty sure the zinger has now despawned, which again, you know, cannonballs despawn at like, you know, the snap of a finger, but then Flitter that one time stayed on screen for like, or rather not on screen, but stayed loaded for a very long time. So I don't know what sprites do what anymore. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. I'm feeling good about this one. Again, that was just really awkward getting the zinger to load on screen. But at this rate, am I ever going to catch up to it? I don't know. I'm feeling good about this. If I don't mess it up. No! How could I have done it any better than that? That was amazing! No! Oh, that was like my one chance. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do that again. Okay, well, I eventually did something that worked. I guess I just have to do that something a little bit better. I feel like I'm probably too early. Yeah, getting the right timing is just really tricky. Wow, so when you just kind of stand there, sometimes the screen, it looks like, goes backwards a little bit. That's odd. So it's just a matter of finding the right spot. And even though it looks like the screen goes forward, is it going to go back? It does. And then that's what just barely causes the zinger to load, I guess. I guess that's why that banana was right here. Because you're just supposed to stand here. That's really bizarre. But, I mean, I dig it, I guess. Back. And there you go. Okay, so at least I can now consistently get the zinger to appear. It's nice understanding what that is. And I mean, the banana was there, but it's just, I would never have expected the screen to scroll backwards for some reason when you're facing forwards. But it does, and now we know. Okay, I'm feeling better about this time. Guess that, you know, feeling was incorrectly placed. Alright, so, banana. Don't worry that the zinger went away, because the screen will go forward a little bit, and then back a little bit, and again, I really don't know exactly what I should be gauging, and like, you know, what's the right timing? It's all guesswork, it feels like, really. But, let's see, I mean, this one looks okay, I think. So, this could be good. This could be good! Yes! Awesome. Okay, so it was the DK coin exactly as I thought it would be. And that's really cool. You actually get to beat the whole level that way. That's awesome. And that takes us right to the end. And again, I don't see any way that you could hit that target any harder than that. So that's really interesting, is that it's funny. This is normally Rattle Battle, and yet there are 3 animal buddies in this level, none of which are Radley. So my hunch for where the last bonus game is in this level is, since we got one bonus game that we had to be Squitter to get, there's probably one that you have to be Squawks to get. But since I never was able to check my theory of, you know, does beating this bonus game with a different animal buddy give you like maybe a different bonus coin, I'm going to test that real quick, and if it does not appear to do anything, I'm going to grab Squawks and play through as much of the level as necessary with him before we find the bonus game. Is that all of them? No, one more. And it is indeed the same bonus coin. And Squidder just kind of just falls down there. So, alright, I'm going to start select, and we will try this again. Alright, so this is kind of new territory up here because we went underneath last time, and the second that I start kind of commentating again, it all goes to garbage. But yeah, it's basically just anticipating where zingers might appear from. So low, high, and then, okay, that's where we met up again. And yeah, so far, it doesn't appear that there's been anything that only Squawks could reach. But let's keep our hopes up. I think this is where the checkpoint is coming up. So I feel pretty good once we get that. I'm feeling... You know, the second half of the level's probably where something was hidden. There was a couple of weird moments in the second half for sure. Where the terrain looked kind of weird. So I'm definitely going to give those a better investigation. Now, we never did end up going down here. And like, lots of red zingers. They're hard to dodge. That big red circling zinger though, like where in the original game is that even used? That's like a favorite for Donkey Kong Country 2 ROM hacks, it seems. And yet, oh, maybe, what's it called? I think Chain Link Chamber, potentially, is maybe where that appears. But yeah, obviously ROM hacks love that one. I don't blame them. It's pretty much like DKC2's version of, you know, the Roto Disc from Super Mario. Alright, I'm going to try and puzzle this one out. I don't think we went down last time. This is, oh wow, a blue balloon? That's pretty cool. Can you fly through the floor there? Almost, but not quite, it looks like. But alright, so there is a reason to go down, but not the reason that we are looking for. And then we went here, and yes, here's that weird spot where it's like, I don't really know what I'm looking at, but it does not appear to be related to a thing. Now, okay, so Squawks does not fall like Squidder did, because obviously Squidder can't fly. So after being shot out of that barrel, Squidder just kind of dropped into the you know, automatic barrels. But Squawks stayed up in the air, which allowed us to access this bonus game. But my suspicion was correct about there being a bonus game that only Squawks could access, and thankfully it seems like we have infinite tries. Strangely though, there's no bonus symbol on that bonus barrel. I think there was a bonus barrel in the original game as well. Actually, yes, I think it's, you know, whenever the bonus barrel is invisible, it for some reason doesn't have the B on it. It's kind of odd, but it is what it is, I suppose. But okay, we have to find the stars, just as we did in the Squidder exclusive bonus game. But this red zinger at the beginning is giving me a lot of trouble. Okay, so once again, it's actually also just 6 stars, which is kind of cool. But okay, so I guess I gotta go... And then middle, and then down. It always seems like, you know, 6 stars, 3 layers, and a partridge in a pear tree. Wait, Christmas is over. Can't make jokes like that anymore. Okay, so, yeah, but what's the strategy? How much time do we get? 20, that's what I thought. So, like, if we go down, we do a better job of it than that. Alright, new strategy. Maybe that's not where you're supposed to go downwards. You know, they say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So perhaps we take that advice and stop trying to do that. Like, if I go all the way to the right, can I drop down there instead? But still, just dropping with Squawks at all is like the most massive pain. Like, Squawks was just not made to go down. You can go up pretty easily, but going down is kind of asking a lot. But let's see, maybe the problem is I shouldn't be going up at all. Maybe I should be doing that, and then work our way up from here. That's probably what it wants you to do all along. So again, you know, if there's one thing I've noticed about this ROM hack, it's that if you're doing something and it's not working, then it probably means that you're not doing it correctly. And that there's a better or different way of doing it. So yeah, I mean, I just applied that mindset there, and wouldn't you know, it actually worked. And that is just an amazing place for getting some lives. But unfortunately, they're not going to do as much good, because that is where we're going to conclude today's video. And believe it or not, This is the first recording session, I think, since like World 1 that was actually less than an hour long. Because we had two pretty simple levels with, you know, rather simple to find secrets. So thank you, Empty Sis, for the nice break today. You know, about a 58-minute recording session is a break. Is what I consider a break these days. I greatly appreciate it. Did you know that some of these brutal stages will only allow you? I feel like we just read that a few minutes ago. So with that, thank you everyone for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Yeah, part 8, even I cannot believe how smoothly it just went. But part 9, I'm not getting my hopes up. I think we're going to encounter our first Brambles level of the hack. That in itself, who knows, could end up being its own video. I don't want to know what Unveiled does with Bramble levels, but that's for the future to worry about. For today, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed and hope to see you next time for part 9. So thanks and see you then. Thank you so much once again for checking out my videos. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as it really helps my channel out. With that said, hope to see you next time.